in such a way that you have to rescan your channels again for you to be able to get a better sound and quality. And it's a gradual process. We've done that, and people are sending their feedbacks that now they are getting it even better. We said, okay, we'll now move to our people indoor to give them a better training for them to be able to use this service that we have. And on the click segment, Churchill Balde will also be here, and we'll be talking about a lot of things. I mean, today he will be having different guests on the program, and it will be definitely heated because I have a lot of questions for this guest.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't
So
wait.
take us through the African code.
So our African code this morning is a woman is never old when it comes to the a woman is never old when it comes to the dance she loves.
That's the old woman on the screen. They projected her on the screen. She's never old when it comes
look
to
look at that face, that laugh. Oh, she's enjoying herself.
She's
yes,
happy.
she is happy.
Absolutely,
She's happy.
she's enjoying herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your interpretation of the proverb?
Well, I thought, what about a man? A man is also never old when it comes to the dance.
He loves.
I wonder, why a woman? You know what I mean? Well, this is a proverb, you know, the old days, how they used to think. Then I thought, what does it mean? Does it mean that loves, passion, my passions keep me young? I did not know. That was what I thought immediately. Yes. And when you look at your life, when I look at my life anyway, that's what it is. With my passions, you feel so energetic, you feel so much alive. It has nothing to do with it, really. It's really when I'm doing stuff that I have no passion in, stuff that I do not like, then all sorts of sort of destructive stuff can intervene, can interfere. But when I love something, you know, I do what I love, and
Absolutely.
there's really hardly any barriers. So, yes, passion. I'm all for passion.
Yeah.
I think this is what
Keeps you
it is
going,
about.
yeah.
It keeps you going,
Absolutely.
really.
Ibrahim?
Yes, doing what you like and like what you're doing, you know. It's more of the same thing. The thing that you know best, once it comes to that, you will be able to perform effectively. It's telling you each and every person is good, you know, at a certain direction. You know, at some point there are people that you know, even if you give them certain things to carry out effectively, they won't be able to because they are not expertise on that area. They cannot. Let's take a look at the structure of bigger companies. Let's take a sample. Let's say Q Group, for example. You know, when you bring a guy from Espas Motors and you tell the person to come and sit here and present this morning, he won't be able to do it. When you take Balde to Espas Motors, at least to change maybe a spark plug of a particular vehicle, Balde won't be able to do it. But when you bring Balde on the platform and say, present this morning, he will do it willingly, openly. So each and every person and what you can do best. You do what you can do best, and you know, you love doing what you think you are good at. So I think that's my own interpretation.
That's it, but I have a slight issue with it. You're bringing in expertise, but here it uses the word love.
That's the love. What
See,
you do.
I'm not sure if this, let's be careful, perhaps the love of it would lead me to get that expertise. When I love doing my journalism, or you love doing your accounting, then you read more about it, isn't it? Perhaps the love would lead you to other things, but that basic passion, that basic passion, you really cannot explain it with reason. You know what I mean? You just find yourself loving something for some reason.
Yeah.
It's a discovery.
Yeah.
You know, you discover yourself. You don't invent yourself, really. That's what it is with people. So that is why, with that expertise argument, I have a slight problem, because to me, love, that's a completely different kettle of fish.
But you love what you're doing. That's why you are an expert on that area.
You can become an expert. Just because I love it doesn't necessarily mean that I will become an expert, you know what I mean, so brilliant at it. Sometimes you love things, but the thing just doesn't love you. I know somebody loves football, playing football all the time, but he's just not good at it.
That's
all right.
So that is why that's my slide.
Yes,
I'm just quibbling there.
We
listen
can
to
agree and disagree at some point.
Proverbs,
yes, you know, it's that's the beautiful thing about it. So Julia, what's your own?
My own interpretation. Okay, for me, I think it's more or less like Mr. Moje's interpretation. That is embracing what you love. You're not too old, you're not too young to actually do things that make you happy, things that make you fulfilled, and things that make you alive. And you're not too old to do things that are right. You always have the opportunity to do the right things, do things that makes you happy. It doesn't matter your age, whether you're a man, you're a woman, it doesn't really matter. You can always achieve your stuff. We've seen people here who are old achieve their dreams. We've seen people who are young and they are able to achieve their dreams. So age for me should not be a deterrent. It should not limit you. It should not be an obstacle for you to achieve something that you truly, truly love. So no matter how old you are, when you're passionate about something, you will conquer it. Like I always say, it's a mindset. Once you set your mind to something, you will achieve it. It doesn't matter whether you are old, you are young, or whatever. Whatever you set your mind to, you will definitely achieve it. Absolutely. That is if you put in the passion, determination, and the love. Sometimes, like he said, you know, we get into so many things, you know, that we don't love. Sometimes we achieve it and we are successful in that area, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we love that particular thing that we are doing. Sometimes we love things so much, but we are not successful in those areas, or we are not achieving, you know, our desired goal. So yeah, I mean, it varies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in the end, that is it. But it's just that perhaps with peer pressure or certain expectations, then you sort of start doing stuff that you're really not good at, or you don't like it really. But, you know, there are so many pressures out there pushing you in that direction. The thing is, all knowledge really begins with self-knowledge. Know thyself. What is it that really you love? When I was at QIT, I used to tell the students, what do you have passion in? Try to have a career around stuff that you have passion in. Therefore, I think you will excel, because just as we were saying earlier, Balde, with that love, that can lead me to the expertise, if you know what I mean, that you want. Then because you will read more, you'll be doing things, nobody needs to prompt you, and the like. Maybe most achievement begins from that basic passion for it. You love doing things, and then the sky's the limit.
Yes, love what you love. It's very important. But at some point, if you love what you're doing, if you love what you're doing, people will tell you, try new things. You're always at your comfort zone. You understand? And doing what you love, at some point, it's like, you can do it. You love it. It's like you're always at your comfort zone at some point. So these things are a mixture of different combinations.
Yes, and sometimes you do things not because you love them, but because it's an obligation, or because reason dictates that you do these things. So it is not all the time that I'll be able to do what I love, because I have responsibilities. We have responsibilities. There's an external reality out there. I must respond to that external reality. So sometimes I do things that I do not love doing, but I have to do them. It is the responsible thing would be you have to do them. So let us be careful here between our passions, you know, what we love doing and the like, and responsibilities, obligations, you know, gritty life. So that was the reason why I sort of objected a bit to doing what you love and all the rest of it.
Oh yeah. So we'll move straight to the papers, and you know, quite very interesting headlines already. You know, at this point, Julde, can you take us through some of the papers?
So I have Foroya and the Standard with me here, Balde, on the Foroya newspaper. Quite interesting headlines. Sinchu summer classes in Sinchu Suri Lower Basic School ends prematurely amid land dispute. This was last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, there was a land dispute in Sinchu Suri. So
regarding
as a
the
result,
school itself?
I don't really know the details of the story, but yeah.
Probably, I mean, from hearing the headline of this story, you will definitely know maybe that area or that strip of land, where the school is located, is in dispute. And, you know, learning cannot continue until and unless that dispute is settled.
No, that's it. But for me, the building is there. I wonder how long Sinchu, that school has been there. The building is there. It took them time to build and all of that. You mean the matter didn't emerge until now? This is really what I'm questioning.
Yeah.
Or has it been ongoing? We do not have the details. But really, when you think about it, put it in its context, well, the building is there. How long have they had it? Probably some years. So nobody talked about it until now. That's another question. So there are more questions than answers, really. So without the details, I cannot say anything substantive. Yeah.
So moving on, Beno Bokuyakar, lawmakers file motion to censor
What? I mean, no Bokoyakar to file a motion. What has it?
Manner is, you know, putting things into place. You understand? These are normal things. It happens almost everywhere. Once there is a new government, you know, once they put their rules and regulations or they put all their plans, it might not go down well with the other party as well. We've seen it happening in the Gambia. We've seen it happening in other countries as well. So I think it should be a sort of that. Although it shouldn't be, I think, we have to be very sure.
Yeah, one thing that we are sure of is the fact that there have been lots of reforms since the coming of the Jomai-led executive. Maybe, just maybe, that is one reason what prompted that. And we know that the media also, there was a black media one day in Senegal because of some of these reforms that, you know, the government and the executive were able to come up with. So maybe it has to do with that.
So far, it has seemed as if they've been quite brusque in really forcing certain reforms.
Yeah.
But I have long said that we really need a firm hand to really make the state work.
Yeah.
It has not been working really. So we will see what will be the outcome. But I mind anyway, they are on the right track. They will have to make certain tweaks here and there. There's no denying that. You're dealing with people, and democracy is really the compromise. Sooner or later they will get that, but I would love to see where the experiment will end. We know that as a president here, perhaps my first declaration of war would be against your own people. You need to change certain mindsets to make the state work for the people. But the state is working just for a few, really. Anybody who comes and takes over power, you essentially hijack the state, use it as you will, you and your ilk and your cronies and lackeys and all the rest of it. So we want to break that. That is why you look at what people are saying about Paul Kagame. He's very hard, but he's having an effect. You really cannot be soft. We are in the process of nation building. My suspicion is that any soft leader, you wouldn't leave much imprint on your society. Sooner or later you will leave power, there's no denying that. But you wouldn't leave much. History wouldn't remember anything really.
So I'm digging here, and I saw the story on the West Africa Democracy Radio, and it says that the parliamentary group of Benno Bokk Yakaar, the majority in the National Assembly, has through its president, Abdou Mbow, announced that it wants to file a motion to censor on Tuesday against the government led by Ousmane Sonko. Speaking during the examination on Monday evening of a bill whose adoption lead to a dissolution of the High Council of Local Authorities and the Economic, Social and Environmental Council, Mr. Mbow notably deployed what he considers to be a violation of the Constitution by Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko.
Fine, the Supreme Court will decide.
Yeah.
We've seen in the past when they were in trouble how the Supreme Court decided on certain things. The Supreme Court will decide. I, as a political figure, I came in on a platform. Got an agenda. My manifesto says A, B, C, and D. So when I come, I'm going to try my ideas out. Of course, within the law, if the Supreme Court says that I cannot do it, yes, of course, I will have to withdraw. And compromise.
Yeah.
But I think that sort of they should have the courage of their convictions.
Yeah.
And go we see what happens. The experiment, I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to see where it will end. It seems as if these kids, that's what I call them, older than both of them, but they're not kids, young, Joe Maizai and Sonko. It seems they have an agenda. There's a vision, and there's honesty, appears to be honesty. Now let's look at the competence. How are you going to do it? That will be interesting. But in Africa all over, we need young people with a vision to break the old mold. You know what I mean? It's just very embarrassing.
Well, I mean, breaking the old mold, that is supposed to be the case. But as a leader, or as a young leader, you have a huge task on your back to break that old mold. Because at some point, they will tell you the old mold is also good at some point.
Obviously, those who benefit, that's really what it is. Often you hear self-serving arguments. Those who benefit by it, of course, that's what they're going to tell you. And any change anywhere, it's difficult. But this is where great leadership will emerge. When you look into history, you don't have that many great men. Because what it takes to be great is really very, very difficult. It's a tall order. Most of us cannot measure up. But you do have people who emerge and then do great things. So it just depends.
What is your own, what is your own view when it comes to the project in Senegal? You know, when these two young people assume power, they said we have a project. And our focus is on the project. It's not about the presidency, it's not about how much we get, but it's about the project, you understand? So, do you think the project is still on the right track?
Of course, they've already decided, they've set up a commission to look into all the contracts, and that was one of the parts of the project, to break from that Western influence, really, that almost direct influence. They wanted to break from that. So, and then how do we manage our resources? That was also a part of the project. We should use our resources to benefit people of Senegal. Essentially, that's what they were saying.
I think so that was the reason why they were renegotiating the oil contract.
Exactly. And then even the state agencies, how do you run them? How do you get corruption and all of that out of the system? That was also a part of the project. They've just begun now. One cannot judge now, but you can see that they have an agenda, they're pushing it, and you're going to have a pushback, just as the media blackout. You're going to have that pushback, but we will see. I cannot judge anything right now except to say that, well, they're pushing their agenda. We will see how things will pan out. But that is the good thing about it. They have an agenda, they have a plan. Whether it will work out or not remains to be seen. You know, when I compare them to the military men, be it in Guinea, Mali, it's quite interesting that it seems as if the agendas have a certain overlap, you know, their attitude towards French and the West and that sort of thing. But again, who's got really a plan to do things? When I look at the military men, I'm not sure, even though I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, they're doing better, but I'm not sure because all the news I'm reading, things are getting worse. We reported in our African news roundup, we've reported to a few things.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see how the democratic example, Senegal, they've come up with this radical agenda within a democracy. Well, with those people, they felt that they had to coup, they had to topple the government to bring this agenda. We'll see how things will pan out. Africa today is really very, very interesting in that way. Really.
Well, it seems to be moving smoothly, although for us from the outside, our own view is going to be, wow, okay, it's moving fine. Jomai is doing fine. Sonko is doing things the right way. You know, we might not, but at least at some point there are other ups and downs that people might feel inside. You know, maybe, you know, some of those things are normal things.
Yeah,
Obviously. We are not in Senegal. We are judging from outside. What Senegalese think, of course, I will listen, but you know that you're not going to have a single voice. You're going to have so many different voices. Some will support, others may not. So which one would you take to be representative of Senegal? So I am not interested in that. Even though I will listen, obviously, but I am entitled to my judgment as well. You know what I mean? So we will look at what they're doing because we will always be comparing to what we have. But the Senegalese wouldn't have that perspective. You see? For my case, it will always be comparative. With them, perhaps the comparative would be with the past, their own history. So I am entitled to my perspective, to my judgment. Never mind what the Senegalese says.
So, moving on, Olympic athlete Rebecca, our lady, unfortunately, she passed away.
Oh, Cheptegei.
Yeah. Who was doused in petrol by the boyfriend.
Oh, she passed away?
Yeah, she passed away. Yesterday we featured the story in
that's
the African
unfortunate.
News Roundup.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
The marathon runner, and she just came back from the Paris
Olympics. Yeah.
And apparently with the partner, they had an argument of some sort.
Over
land, neighbors' house, you know, the rescue services. So both of them were taken to hospital. Extraordinary. And she passed away.
Yeah, she passed away, according to the BBC.
Well, that's an unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
And I believe the law in their country will take its right steps to make sure, I mean, it's done accordingly. You know, sometimes these things are unfortunate. That's why certain incidents are there. They need to be calculated before you do anything.
No, that will never happen. It's just the nature of human beings. We were talking about passion there. When you're angry, so certain things will always happen.
Sometimes,
even though the law, you've said the law will take its course, there's no denying that, but the law is a very poor compensation for loss. This person, you will never see this person again. Yeah, the person who did it, you know, the culprit can go to prison, but there's a poor compensation for the fact that you've lost that person and the like. So,
it's unfortunate.
It's just very awful.
It's very unfortunate. Julde, I'm seeing another headline. Yeah, I'm seeing what is the transport union celebrating? Gambia marks Global Transport Workers Week with calls for greater road safety. I'm seeing the Transport Union President, Mr. Cisse, on the front page of the Standards newspaper. Transport itself, you know, I think there are many issues when it comes to, you know, things affecting our sub-region. But for the issue of transport, it cannot be overemphasized.
Oh boy, we take taxes every day. Just at that basic level. You're going to have provision. We used to have GPTCs. I think the main issue for us when it comes to transport is just been the road accidents. We have to be really blunt about this.
Yeah.
Being 4th or 8th in the world when it comes to accidents and fatalities and that sort of thing, that is just unacceptable. Given our size, it's scandalous.
It is.
Really, for small Gambia to be there. And we see what is going on our roads every day, all the time. And it appears as if we do not have any solutions. We are not seeing any movement. In the morning, we'll see police all over the place. But again, you see all sorts of things, as if we do not even understand now road signs and traffic regulations, rules, who should do what. I feel sorry for people who stand at the zebra crossings. No, cars wouldn't stop.
It wouldn't
Extraordinary.
stop.
So you just stand there for a long time waiting to have a little space where you can run and cross, because nobody would stop. No, then you're wondering, is it that they don't know it or they don't want to stop?
It's funny, they know it, but it's about avoiding, what is supposed to be done. Mr. Mboj, at some point, I think even the pedestrian, the people that use the highway, I think they should respect and understand certain signs. I stopped the other day, to allow people to cross around, using the zebra crossing. But these people, unfortunately for them, they were not even bothered about the zebra crossing. They were using the other side of the highway, and I was just parked around the zebra crossing to allow them to pass, but they didn't even take heed of the zebra crossing.
We noticed that the pedestrians, yes, perhaps some of them, I would say, if you like, you can say most of them do not know the purpose of the zebra crossings. But this is where we must have a massive awareness campaign. I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, when we were younger, during our day, we knew about zebra crossings, but then we had them. It was after a while that most of the structures were all sort of.
And do you use them before?
We knew them. Oh, of course, of course.
And they were put to good use.
Oh, of course. Drivers knew. It's just that there has been a certain breakdown of some sort in our society, really, between authority and the people. There has been a breakdown. So how do we reclaim the streets? How do we reclaim the streets?
I tend to disagree when it comes to a lot of sensitization. Sensitize the general public about zebra crossing. Mr. Mboj, these are little things that we can understand. We've seen countries doing it. We watch TV. We see social media. We know what zebra crossings are. Even, I think we are just refusing to follow the rules.
Now you will also have compliance. You will have a problem with that. If I know that this is the purpose, of the zebra crossing, why should I just deliberately, refuse? What do you think is the motivation for knowing that this is the right thing to do, but I just refuse to do it? Most people I see who don't use zebra crossings, you look at them, they genuinely make no distinction between the zebra crossing and any other part of the road. They're just doing what is convenient.
Yeah, I think that's the word, what's
really
convenient.
What it is. So it's not just this willful, deliberate sort of recalcitrance.
At some point.
Most people don't seem to care about all these policies, all
That's
these laws.
our problem.
People just do what is convenient for them, and they don't care. Okay, you're told that not to smoke in public places. We see people who are smoking inside the vehicles. You're there and you're like, is this person okay? Well, it's normalized. These things are normalized in our society to an extent that we think that, okay, there is nothing wrong with it. Even though the laws are there, the policy tools are there and everything, all whatnot. But we just do things that are convenient for us.
That's it.
And not necessarily what is right.
That's it. This has been an interesting and long debate. There's this Ghanaian philosopher, Kwame Anthony Appiah, in his book, In My Father's House, dealing with this aspect, that with us, the normative, the norms, what we call the culture, they trump the so-called Roman law We've brought in all laws through colonialism. So we've brought in all of these laws, but we will sooner compromise them to suit sort of what we call, I don't know, the ancient, the cultural, the traditional. They have more hold on us than this Roman law. It's too artificial. So we will break these rules anytime.
Anytime, yeah.
For other considerations. So this is a very fascinating area in philosophy that we've been talking about this for a very long time. This is the way we are.
Sometimes you confront people or you tell them, okay, what you're doing, it's not good. Or, okay, plastics are banned in this country, but you're seeing that they are in use in this country. Cigarette in public places is banned, but we're seeing people are doing it. If you talk to some of these people, they tend to tell you that these are minor things. You know, I think you should focus on the major things like corruption and all that. You know, people are not talking about the big things in this country, and we're just focusing on the minor issues. I think that's where the problem is. There is a disconnect.
I have a slightly different view. You do not see my character in grand gestures. That's easy. I can pretend, yeah? You see my character in small things. Yeah? It's because the small things are what they are, that's why the big things are what they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people think that, you know, oh, what do you think that they are relevant?
Yeah, we brush them under the carpet.
Very much at the very heart of your own character. So you see things in the small things you do. You see a person's character. The grand gestures, oh, we can just all do the grandstanding. Say big things and all the rest of it. But go and do.
Yeah, the small things.
Yeah, that's really what
absolutely, because the reason why I said that, oftentimes we will hear cases in court where a theft, someone is convicted because the person has stolen one or two things. And, you know, you see online, you see people talking about it. People are like, okay, this person, why do we always have issues with minor crimes? People are here committing major crimes, and exactly. So that's the issue. I think that's the mindset that most of the people are having, and it's really not helping.
You know, and it's important for us to focus on the little things.
Yeah, the
little things are the things that create the bigger things. Let's take a look at fire. You know, when you want to light a fire, you need the small pile of little woods to be able to start a bigger fire. So at some point, the little things also matter as well. But it's a matter of being committed. It's a matter of respecting, you know, the rules that are placed in your country. And as a person to take up the challenge, you know, even when there is no zebra crossing here, for example, and there is a zebra crossing at the QCell main gate, you understand? I have to take up that challenge. I have to take up that responsibility to go up to that location and use that zebra crossing. You know, we've seen countries doing it. We've seen different places doing it. But until and unless it charge or it kill people, that's the time we start following the right way, Mr. Mboji.
You know, Mr. Balde, I often say that the final aim of culture is to turn ideas into habits. In the end, it's all about habits. You can believe whatever you want. People say all sorts of things. I don't trust language much. I believe this, I believe that. But when you look at what they do, it's difficult to reconcile the two. I am not interested in people's beliefs. I'm not interested in emotions and all of that, but just your habits. When you are in public, how should I behave to sort of make sure that we have a smooth relationship, a civilized public interaction? Yeah? That is what we lack, the habit of doing the right thing. Ari was telling me the other day that when he first came to the Gambia, he was at the traffic light. It showed red. He stopped. So another car pulled up beside him and said, "Why have you stopped?" He said, "Well, it's red." And the person said to him, "Well, there are no other vehicles." You see what I mean?
So that's the problem.
So one is driven, one is only driven by what is convenient. They think that they're being commonsensical there and all of that, but they're also betraying a deeper weakness in the character.
I love that. Commonsensical.
Sense,
At this
yeah,
point,
just,
we will draw the curtain here, Mr. Mboj. You know, we'll be engaging you probably next week again, you know, on this kind of topics to be more precise, at least for you to take us through, because we enjoy the conversation. For this next week, we are banning Mr. Ade on this program.
Here we go again. Oh, yo. You should be a politician.
Exactly. So we'll take a short break. After the break, then the program is going to continue. Be reminded, this is QTV This Morning, and we've already dealt with two of our segments. That's the African Code and the newspaper review. And we're saying hello to Mr. Jawara in the United States of America. He's a keen follower of QTV This Morning. We'll be right back.
Looking for internet for your free videos, pictures, chats, work, and school projects? Think free night browsing. QCell's free night browsing lets you browse the internet for free. Oh yeah. Get a data SIM, recharge a minimum of $500 and enjoy free browsing after 24 hours from midnight to 6 a.m. every night for 30 days. QCell, Sunubus. We innovate, others follow. It's happy time. Get 50% off all calls to any network. Enjoy calls every day to any network from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Is it too good to be true? QCell. We innovate, others follow. As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network. QCell, the fastest growing network in Scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. With can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. One, QCell, Sunubus. We innovate, others follow.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Tili follow ming Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala ye wadanoke kabo lungala wadano rake kuti mi yalonko akita farlolti Islam dino kono nyinnin kuti mi yalonko wala ka misilmol kumandi pour nga beng na salidulalto fo nyinni mu fanka malti bang wala fuaro be kalo sappe kilo wala kam ka saliwati lulo sali nyinne asabu aji bank sinya fulanjao iye kuna tiyalle nang ikafumiye National Azan Competition. Nyino nyose yati katombandiroke jamalla wadano framanseta katambi anyola. Wotombading akata yedake nyose yato. Puruke dake je asoni yata. Ibe minkela ifango video ibe wadano ki kandamento ni pareta yaki nyin WhatsApp number to 337 337 Janni October karo atili tansabanin kili katun wokola ite dake no je kutenge londi tiol betarraje ka tombondiroke jamale la wadano frammansita katambi final onyin iba bonela QTV le live molbi yalon ko wolle ba ganyela ibe certificate o dilela warning kodo 2025 National Azan Competition minia natiale Wollam Aji Bank Limited, your investment partner.
La ilaha illallah.
If you're just tuning in, this is QTV This Morning. I am Ibrahim Masuri Balde. Wherever you're watching us from, we're saying thank you very much for choosing our channel. And now let's move to the third segment of this program? Well, a training, QTV, Q Radio, regional correspondents. And we have Sheikh John from Basse URR, and of course, Don Williams, our regional correspondent in Farafenye, North Bank. And we have Samuel Kebakul, our senior manager for technical. Not only technical, he managed even people. Senior manager for people, QTV. Senior manager for people's affairs, QTV. Senior manager for everything, every business he is involved. You understand? So we have them in the studios, and like I said, few months back, we announced on QTV that we'll be upgrading our satellite channel, whereby you have to rescan your channel again to be able to get better sound, better image. And now when we are done with that, now we move to our regional correspondent. And Mr. Keba Cole is the head of that training session. Mr. Cole, welcome to QTV this morning. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Balde.
Yeah, so we want you to take us through, this training and how significant this training is.
Thank you. Before I talk about the training, let me also talk about I manage your bad behaviors.
No, you manage me well. You understand?
Yeah.
He managed me, he takes care of me, but not bad behavior, the good ones.
Right. This training is important because QTV, we have a standard that we are looking for, and whatever we do, we want to do it better. So therefore, it is very vital to bring in regional correspondents on a yearly basis or time to time to upgrade them. We train them to do a better job. This time, during our training, we also involve so many things. We want them to be our eyes and ears in the regions, and also we want them to be our marketing officers in the regions. At the same time, we also want them to show us the cultural part of the regions. So it is not only news correspondent team. Now we want them to do programs. So that is why we bring them in to show them what to do. The reporters are trained how to do a better reporting. The camera operators are also trained how to do better filming and how to film different programs. Because the way you film news is different with cultural programs, and is also going to be different with other programs. So this is why we bring them in to train them. So that is the reason of the training.
Okay, from my understanding is you want to expand your horizon in such a way that, okay, now we are not just limited to covering news stories, but we are extending our programs to those regions as well. Yeah, so we have Sheikh John from Basse URR. Sheikh, ñu ngi laa dalal ci programme bi.
Yeah, jërëjëf Balde. Kontaan ci yow di màggal nag dalal bi ngeen ma dalal for the first time ci télé bi.
Waaw.
So di bëgg bu baax a baax.
Kontaan nañ, gis nañ sa liggéey. Nit ku xarañ nga ci sa liggéey. Because soo demee Basse moom Cheikh du dee toog dama ko ñëw liggéey fële media mooy sa liggéey. Nañ waxtaan training bi yokkute bu moo yokka ci sa liggéey.
Jërëjëf Balde. Training bi foog naa ne depuis ma start media bi moo nekk first time ma train boo xam ne nii maanaam yëg naa ci suma boppa. Because of starting the training bi liñ leen njëkk a wax mooy maanaam xam nga boo takkee maanaam nga takka sa xar soo ko tekkee jox nga ko freedom maanaam wan nañ ñu buntu yoo xam ne nii mun nañ ci jaar def li nga xam ne mooy liggéey media spécial liggéey télévision bi because of tey ku mel ne Balde xam nañ ne mu ngi present programmes mu ngi report news but man mi toog fële mi bi ci àll bi xëj na am naa limitation ci man lan laa war a def waaye loolu yëpp nekkoon na ci loo xam ne ñàkk a xam la te biñ ñëwee ci training bi first part of the training loolu lañ leen njëkk a woon ne la you are free to do best programme so mu nekk loo xam ne nii yokkute la because of news bi always nekkul ne bis bu ne mooy news because nekkul ne always nga day mun a dem nga am news waaye am na some programme yoo xam ne nii every day ñu ngi koo gis am na yenn cultural activities am na maanaam liggéey yi nga xam ne nii comme baylo yi am nañ different thing loo xam ne nii nit ñi dañ ko bëgg a gis because maa ngi remember demoon naa benn dëkk Càngaay Tooro ma cover for news item waaye after news item bi boo xoolee 3 minutes 30 seconds la waaye gis naa fa activities yu fa nekk di dem naka lañ dee defaree semiñ naka lañ dee defaree ndaal so ma xalaat ne loolu programme yi boppam la so kon suñ training bi suñ si ñëwee ñu wax ñu lu mel noonu so dafa mel ne tekki nañu si maanaam takka bi ñu
wow free ngeen yeah so Julia we have your Don here
our NBR correspondent so Don tell us how has the training been for you?
Thank you very much, Julia, and it's a pleasure to be at this program this morning. The training so far has been very good, has been very, very educative, and because I've learned a lot, because being a correspondent or a reporter when I was up there, when I first started, and the way I was doing things, I thought I was doing things the right way. But this training actually has improved my knowledge and my skills as well, because as a reporter, we thought that we are only to write scripts and then write the story and then report. But we didn't know that we are supposed to do also filming, you know, but this and all as well editing, because we've learned how to do some amount of editing and then to edit the script and then also to expand our knowledge, which has been very, very educative, because I will not say, despite my age or time, doesn't mean that I know everything, right? I didn't know everything, but now I'm learning, because I've learned a lot.
So what are we to expect from Don Williams and, you know, the NBR people going forward?
Well, actually, you expect a lot from us, because like we are a team, but unfortunately my counterpart is always very busy because he has a permanent job. So I'm forced to do the camera work as well as it's very challenging. But with this training, I believe that has had an impact in me, and I will know how to do something to improve on the filming and as well as the writing.
Interesting. I mean, Mr. Keba Cole, I mean, we believe in standards here on QTV, and we always talk about it. And even a layman like me who doesn't know what standard is on TV, when I see certain images, I will be like, no, who filmed this? Who did this? You know, we all behave that way in the office. So I hope they were trained again as to the type of standard that you want on TV.
Yes, Balde, they are. We have informed them that we need, you know, all of them have their equipment, and we need a standard pictures, because this is television. I don't want to see any wobble picture on television when you have a tripod, because you should use your tripod to give us steady pictures.
Steady pictures, absolutely.
We also train them that in one program that you go to cover, you may have 3 different angles of news. If it is news, you can have 3 different angles. So we also train them to make sure that whatever they are filming, be it news or other, you have to boost it up. You just don't go to workshops, take people talking, and come and give us those people talking. They are talking about something, and whatever they are talking about affects some people. So you have to, you know, boost your report, your news or your program. Like if somebody is saying that in my village, our roads are not good, blah blah blah, and then you just take my talking. It doesn't make sense.
That's so in quarterways.
So at least you have to go to the village, show us the roads, so that what I am saying, people see it, and they know that this is what is happening.
An establishment sort of the village, yes.
We also inform them that if, for example, government says we have done this in this village, you need to know what the government have done, has that impact the villagers? What benefit do they have there?
is it worth doing that there? I mean, there are different angles of programs. We also train them to understand that you have so many things happening up country.
Absolutely. I always say that. Like
so many things that we here, most people don't know. So you have to show us what is life all about there.
Okay.
So this is, and because they are freelance journalists, it's not that they are our staff that we employed and send they are freelance journalists. Whatever they do, they are paid. So you can increase your earnings by doing a lot of programs. So that is why in this training, we have different aspects of people at QTV that spoke to them. The marketing manager spoke to them. Department also have time with them, and news department also have time with them. Editing department also have time with them, because all of them, we want all of them to be a camera operator, an editor, so that
package,
if one is not available,
the other
your
one
work
can
will
step
not stop.
in.
You will continue doing your job. Yes.
Well, okay, Julda.
John, léegi because xam nañ ne Basse activities yi dañ fa dee bari te Basse dafa nekk place boo xam ne daal dafa yaatu léegi konka am nga training bi lan la ñu sentu si John.
Jërëjëf Julde comme li ma leen waxoon ci gannaaw rek xam nga ki nga xam ne maam na jox nañ la liberté dafa mel ne léegi mbir mi ci yow la des te gis naa ne Basse am nañ fa lu bëri loo xam ne nii suñ ko indi rek da ngeen ci bég te gëm naa ne tamit capacité bi ñu am jamono bi ñu toll nii ak support bi ak connection because li gën a important si liggéeyu TV bi mooy connection xam kii lii mooy responsabilité am kii lii ak lii la te gis nañ ne si training bi ñoom ñëpp ku si nekk ñëw na wane sa boppa soo demee si site marketing bi buri ñëw na wax ñu lan lañ mun a def ak moom so loolu nekk na lu rëy loo xam ne nii tey su ma soxlaa def dara loo xam ne nii dafa link ak marketing du ma lijjanti Keba Call wala Balde damay call Buru direct explainal ko idea bi mu waxtaan ak moom mu ne ma ok you can do it so su ñëwee si mbiri programming tamit won nañ ma ñi nga xam ne nii ñooñu ñoo responsible mbiri programming ok dama bëgg a organise benn interview ak benn griot màggetu géwél boo xam ne nii loolu mooy liggéeyam so xalaat naa ne lii su ma ko defee dina am impact si TV bi because we are the best lu ko gars yi di wax ñun ñooy everything man even BBC faale ma leen because xam naa ne li ma réputation bu ma dee am si biti sant yàlla you know because fu ma munti dugga si liggéey QTV su ma fa delluwee rek daf dee mel ne even like nuñ ma dee teeroo sax moo dee ëpp nuñ dee teeroo gouverneur bi believe me because of li happen mooy story bi nga xam ne ni defoon nañ ko Saare Ngaba about water problème si nii tey su ma duggee Saare Ngaba dëkkay mag yi maire yi xale yëpp a dee daw see du ma dee understand QTV so sometimes dama ne waaw what happened
impact bi la xam nga impact bi mu ngi fa
so du ma dee mën a understand rafet na so and fuñ ma munti gis si biir Basse caméraman QTV baa ngi nii then foog naa ne this time moo nekk the best time si ñun pour ñu liggéey woon ne ok I will compete Balde honestly
absolutely
no I will compete
no xam nga looy def
jarul
loolu mooy dëgg bul feel ne ok man maa ngi up country
yes
maybe dama am limite amuloo limite yow sa full TV station nga amee foofu
a lot of stories are in rural Gambia because foofu xëy na ñu bari amuñ ndox bu ñoo naan ñu bari amuñ marché fu ñoo dem ñu bari ñu ngee dem school waaye school bi dafa sori wala school bi amul ay facilities fu mu nekk ni is the rainy season ndax ñu fa nekka ndax pharmacy am nañ enough fertilizers am nañ a lot of things ndax drought mu fa because demoon na Saame am na suñ CRR correspondent mu doon def ne Saame gaa ñu ngi am feast droughts and all of that so all these things are stories yoo xam ne daal nit ku fi nekk kombo da nga war a xam exactly lan moo nekk di happen lii Basse waaye in most cases dañ dee gis ne Greater Banjul rek moo nekk Gambia
te dinaa la waxal
the rest of the country are isolated
man dama believe ne URR NBR in fact ñoo gën a am stories you know why ñun fii most of the time the stories that we do Mr. Cole wax na ko mu ne tey soo demee workshop you have to play around pour nga mun a create a story.
Yeah.
Xam nga workshop ñun ñëpp xam nañ num dee mel. looy expect kii dafa wax kali wax. But you got different angles foofu noonu. Understand nga? So there are a lot of things that can be done suñ time bi jeex na. You know ñu ngi ñëw dem ci
create. Sorry, balaa ñëw dem. Another thing that we've done for them is that ñoom ñëpp we try to upgrade their equipment. Some of their equipment we are not working. We make sure that we purchase them. And then it's all ready. As they are leaving tomorrow, they all go with
ñu ànd ak seen bagage sant yàlla alhamdulillah.
Gaa amuñu excuse léegi.
So we are expecting a lot of stories.
Makati xaw ma Makati la xaw ma Brikama ba seen caméra boobu noonu nu ma ko mere boobu mere naa ko ñuy film suma cultural programme bi caméra bi fay bisa góol dama la alawaan bëgguñ loolu. Now we have equipment. Now the work should be done perfectly.
Yeah.
Wow. So
expecting more farmers from NBR, more from URR, and Don more with your water projects people. I must say that I'm impressed with Don. Mungi have a very good job.
Dinañ la call on this morning time to time nga jox ñu update de lu fa nekk di xew.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you Mr. Cole for providing this training. Appreciate nañ ko. We've seen the job that you are doing. Jarul sañu la wax di la thank because
thank the management not
me. Man dama la thank personally because ma la thanké tam bëgguma nga feel ne because yaa ngi toog fi ma la thank xam nga ne man du ma la jëy. You know me what?
We normally fight.
No, don't thank him. This guy is not even necessary to thank.
You have to thank the management for providing
the opportunity.
Exactly, the opportunity. We are always here. It's a new era in broadcasting. So we'll take a short break. After the break, then the click segment. We'll be right back.
QCell SIM card for free. Yes, absolutely free. Walk into any of our customer care centers and get a SIM free of charge. With a QCell SIM card, you can get the fastest and the most reliable internet plus wide range of amazing services. So rush now to any of our care centers and get a free SIM now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell Sunyubus. We innovate, orders follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. That's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyubus. We innovate, others follow.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. QCell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
Banking the smart way with the new Aji Bank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Aji Bank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Aji Bank, your investment partner.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience. Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience.
Looking for internet for your free videos, pictures, chats, work, and school projects? Think free night browsing. QCell's free night browsing lets you browse the internet for free. Oh yeah. Get a data SIM, recharge a minimum of $500 and enjoy free browsing after 24 hours from midnight to 6 a.m. every night for 30 days. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. It's happy time. Get 50% off all calls to any network.
We are back. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV This Morning. We've already exhausted most of our segments. Now we are heading to the last segment of this program. That's the click segment. And we have my brother Churchill Balde. Without wasting more time, we've already chopped almost few minutes of his time. Churchill, how are you?
And I'm stressed because of that.
You stressed?
Yes.
Sumaraka tojal so
Boy,
tojal.
You are gonna where this is the segment so you cannot just
it's the click segment
like
so if no bloody.
Anyway, good morning from wherever you're watching us from. It's your man right here, Churchill Balle, on the click segment. Today we are on another vibe. Today I bring you entertainers, and these are not usual people on this platform. Today I bring you a DJ and an MC, and this particular MC doesn't only do MCing, but he also does DJing. He's also a music producer. You know, he organizes cypher events. But I'll allow them to introduce themselves, and then we kick on with the interview. My brothers, welcome to the show. So we'll start with my man right here, DJ Countryman in the building.
Yeah, man, bro. Thank you, man. I'm Countryman. Sugarland son.
Nice, nice. And then we have my man right here, DJ MC Butterline. What up, bro?
Bro.
So mobile introduce a
yeah, my name is MC Butterline, the whitest, you know what I mean. So
I'm not know to introduce as a Boba. You have a unique style of introducing yourself. Boba Bugadia.
Yo, it's a MC Butterline. Yeah, I'm just wireless. I come again here, thing here, so patch. You know what I mean. The stage chef.
Kula gena hes. Como hesal. More elaborate more on that. Because
I can say one thing that I can say is like I'm proud of my skin. So if you want to be like me, fog nga hairstyle. Wala nga sorry sa boba ndobu taka. Lula wala shit naka.
No, dangamun. So let's talk to DJ Countryman. The name DJ Countryman. How did you come up with that name first?
Yeah, this name has been given to me by DJ Gentleman in West Coast Radio, I think around 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, but before I've been called as Fabultan or Gino Benjamin, because me and Benjamin have a good rapport.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So.
And you have an amazing voice. Were you once a musician or?
Before I want to be a musician, but later I changed it.
Daga give up.
No, I'm not give up, but like that's why anytime, any place I go, I say big up Benjamin.
Nice.
Because he tell me like you're gonna be good more being an MC and a DJ than an artist, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And tell us your journey into DJing. How did it start for you?
Yeah, it is a long journey. Like since I'm young, I love listening to music, and especially more of reggae music.
Nice.
Like me, I'm inspired more by DJ Fireman.
Okay.
You know, I listen to more Fireman. Then I want to be like Fireman. That is the dream.
He's a role model.
He's my role model. Then from there, I take it from there. I've been a DJ. Like I've been in radio at my young age, you know.
Okay.
Since 2013, I have been in radio. That is
Wow.
West Coast Radio, you know.
Wow.
So.
That's a very long time. Very good experience.
Yeah, man.
And my guy, MC BJ Batalai. Tell us your journey into DJing.
I can say I didn't just jump into DJing. I first fell in love with the craft itself, you know what I mean? Because at an early age, I was a songwriter, a good rapper, but you know what I mean? By then, it's not easy for you to see, as a young age, to just jump into music. So
true.
I find myself into other craft. Then I have my laptop back in 2012, been looking at my uncles playing shows, and it's there where I learn my craft, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Into perfection.
Wow.
And I'm still learning my craft. It's
You're
not
still
like
learning.
I'm done learning, I'm still learning, you know what I mean?
So when you got into the art of DJing, how did your people receive it?
At first they were like, yeah, Moy Lulu that, because my background, Moy Lulu, is full of discipline, but I try to walk myself through it and be like, yeah, and they find out like, okay, this is his passion, so we cannot just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just have to show support. Yeah.
So.
And you, DJ Countryman, where or which are some of the venues or biggest events that you've DJed so far?
Me too. I told the whole Gambia, man.
Wow.
I think CACI knows like there is no club, no venue, no city of late that me don't play.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's just now I organize more of concerts because. You know what I mean?
Countryman, you are not in the club. Hold the mic properly.
Wow,
I know, right?
They have their own style of DJ.
Yeah.
They have their own style of holding the mic.
I was also a DJ.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was also a
veteran DJ.
Now the brothers, they paved the way, man. Like what I'm trying to say is like me been playing music for so long, you know. Nice. I play in a lot of places. Not Senegambia, but before you know you have Wow, Totis and those. I mean, not Sanyang, Gunjur, Brikama, Father Farrell, Fajikunda, namely.
And you connect with every crowd that you play for.
But MC man.
What is your secret? Like, how do you connect with people?
Like, actually.
Is it with the vibe, the good music?
Me when the girl them look good, I love it.
Hey! Managelis.
Yeah,
Managelis. Nice. So let's talk to you, my guy. Where are some of the venues that you've performed so far?
The same. There's no place in Gambia me never touch my foot. From Carlton to Koina, from Basse to Banjul. Like, I got a breakthrough back in 2021. Yeah, that's when I was working with SoundCloud. I'm still working with SoundCloud Entertainment. And we have a series of tour.
Nice.
Like from Basse, coming down to Jiboro, straight to the other side, Bara. Yeah.
So how do you mix and blend your craft? Because you are not only into DJing, you are into MCing, also a music producer. How do you balance all this? Because this is it's huge, it's big.
There was an interview I did and they asked me the same question. I told them this is the work of art. You don't have to be specialized on one.
Okay.
Because if I go on a show as an MC and if there's no DJ there, what is my use of my craft there? It's just maybe go talking on the mic shouting.
Nice.
But if I go on a show as a DJ and there's no MC, no matter how you play that got you good music, when the MC is not there to hype up the thing, it's not working.
Yeah,
but
you
when
need a
have,
hype man.
Yeah, when you have these two collaboration at once, you feel like, you find out like, this is the best thing.
Nice.
That's what I feel like. When I go to shows and I feel like, I see like 4 or 5 DJs on the board, I don't mix my, like...
You just have to be different.
I just have to be like, yo, I still have second hand. But like, some other people, like, you know, I'm proud of him because I remember those days I was listening to his live record.
Wow.
Back in those days.
You grew up listening to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I see him as a mentor too.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So I have much respect for him.
Manners and respect.
Yeah.
So there are so many DJs and each and every one of them have their own style of playing. And we have one that is currently trending. There's a video of a DJ that said something about how DJs play in this country. And you reacted to that. So what we'll do is we'll just look at this video from that DJ that said what he had to say about DJs. When we're back, we'll also look at his response. And then you will tell us what you feel about that. Yeah. Let's take a look at this video and we'll be right back.
Voilà. Te suma address bi ci DJ Gambia lay do. Ye nekut ñep de way ko nga xamne dang ko dé def. Boy sof ngeen capa nga drum si den la ko indil pour entertain nekut comme ñun i zimbalen ci biir club bi. Nga nekk di disturb club bi tundun ñun nekkuñ i zimba. Drum si den ko wañi nit muñ ko fil yaxal ngeen ñu suñ musique yi yépp légui. Motax man mbiri afrobeat wala ama piano waxuma ci dara. Waxuma duma ko dé play de way dafa am noko dé play. Ku si gën a fulis nag si ñëpp mooy ñu nga xam ne dañ dee jël toogu toog ci kaname crowd bi ak seen keyboard yooyu di disturb dëkk bi comme ñu si club bi i zimbaleen su paree nit yi nekk di wax kii léegi moomun Gambie yëpp wala moomun benn su lu mu liggéey ndóoy yi dañ ko liggéey doo leen xam loolu naaw ku xamul musique sax moo dee wax loolu xamu leen loolu noonu man de yéen ma overla jeexal génne leen nit yi seen drums yoo leen nekk di disturb aduna bi yëpp ñun nekkuñ i Zimbabwe soo leen mënta play musique ngeen dem ngeen toog leen ñu disturb ah dëkk bi yëpp léegi yaaxu na ak i tunun
this is comme nga wolu sound why dafa over funny.
No, wana diga.
Wow, wana diga. So léegi you had something to say about this. So let's quickly look at your response to this and we'll be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Zubisha Matana, yeah, Miss Virus, ay kumagina hes dinga hesal part Mr. Gis lumagis, ay man lumagis to ko gis. You know what, Gwan? Suma brother muna DJs then bari tegantu. Yes. You thought I'm gonna say no? Yes. Most of these DJs out here, bro, new door music like 4 years ago. Most of them they think that okay, you're the drum parts. Well, I'm drum sets on your controller. The tegantu. You can have 45 minutes of set. Half of those 45 minutes you don't play anything. It's just tegarek. Bro, my nigga. I can say munangulen play. Man, dam ko dewa. If I'm DJ, half of DJ in Gambia, munangun play. Trust me, they cannot play music. They just go there and just cause noise for us. I'm a hype man, I'm a MC, I'm a DJ, so I know what I'm talking about. So, you have to improve your playing skills, bro. Improve your playing skills. Ngen don't play music just 3 or 4 years ago. Ngen I'm too hype. The giant again, I big man them. Yo, big up them DJ Benz, big up them DJ Fireman, big up them DJ MC. These people play music long ago, 10 years of career, then tour the whole Gambia. Why you see these petty DJs, new buga nega di make noise, burung. Single flyer buses are amuloko. So you understand, DJs, how do you replay music, huh? Y'all guys have to stop that making noise, bro. I'm a hype man, so I know what it feels like. I cannot be hype.
Wow. You said a whole lot. Understand what I mean? So right now, I'm sample of a DJ playing drums in the studio. So or in a club, let's say. So let's look at that shortly. Just give us just few seconds of that.
Wow,
then what you're referring to.
Okay.
Give us few seconds of that. boy yaay sama
léegi laa understand lo boy di mer
mu ne nekkuñ ay Zumba so quickly just ñu wrap up with loolu after DJ Consiman moom take us with moom tam la xalaat si lii quickly
okay this is it boy léegi doo xam you come to the show like 3 o'clock you have 45 minutes of set nowadays they don't play music remember music is all about entertainment you also teach you also preach but
teach and preach
you join us to teach the people, to preach to the people, interpreting the music. But now, DJs come, you play 45 minutes, immediately you play 1, 2, 3 songs, you are jumping into Amman piano. You play 30 minutes of Amman piano. The song is playing, you are still bring. Bro, let's listen to the music, let's vibe to the music. But you making noise. But I go to the Madame club, I take a speaker and they pay. Noise for real.
Yeah.
Like every time I go to club, you see the series of mistakes.
Nice.
Let the music play.
Let the music
play. There's a time. You don't have time to beat the drums. There's a time.
Lu nekk ak time am la.
Ak time am la.
Okay.
Wow, quickly. Time.
Léegi nañ jox DJ Consiman tamit his perspective about this and we wrap it up. What do you think about this?
Yeah, you know me actually, like big up the young generation.
Okay.
I respect their style.
Okay. It's just a transition.
Yeah, it's just a transition.
Okay.
Matey, he's talking about Benz and Benz. I MC Benz. Me and him work for like more than 13 years.
Okay.
But when he was coming through, they compare him to Pisces.
Okay.
Right. And Pisces is far bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger. Yeah, he's a legend.
Right. Benz was playing effect like this. Hey.
Oh.
All right. Oh. And they claim it like it's making noise.
Okay.
These kids in Senegal, I read them.
Okay.
Because they're not the first person to play drums.
Okay.
Big up Hans in I think it's in Helsinki or something like that. At Fatikuna he first plays. You know what I mean? But like anything you're doing in life, just like as an entertainer, because the people going to that club actually love the drums.
Thank you very much.
So fu nekk ni time bi xoj nañ waaye ñi foog ay ñëwaat dañu amaat lii nii.
ñii dina ñëwaat because man gis naa fi lu ma laaj man you know kañ laa géej a club man bu ma géejee club is 15 years.
15 years.
waaw
15 years
boo laa géej a dugg club.
Okay.
You know so man xaw ma lu nekkoon di xew si club te du ngeen ñun suñ génération bi ñun we are not aware yéen da ngeen aware yaa ngeen seen music bi waaw so léegi lu ñoo def we are going to end with the keyboard again until we come here again please give us the keyboard.